Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have brought the heartleaf philodendron Brazil for you guys. It is pronounced with Z and S both. So Brazil or Brazil, whatever you want to say. All right, they can come in solid colors. Like these two I have propagated pretty recently. This one is heartleaf, just the green one. It's a solid green, just a regular one. And this one is lemon lime because of the color. It's called lemon lime, heartleaf, philodendron. So these two. And they can be variegated varieties. Actually, not can be. They are variegated varieties also quite a bit. So today I have brought one of the variegated varieties for you right here. You can see these leaves, they are green and actually reddish. When they are older, they look like a little bit green. Otherwise, they are a little bit reddish here. And then you can see a little white streak going in the center and is becoming a little whiter right here at the tip. So they can be like more white here. They can be actually totally white and very little green. So the different types. So this is the type I have brought for you right here. Now, they grow pretty fast actually. And in order to keep the shape of your pot or your basket, wherever you're growing, you need to trim them. Now, trimming makes them grow more bushier. So you should be trimming if they're really big. And once you trim them, either you can just plant them like this only, just if you need like bigger, longer, these cuttings, you can just plant like this one also. But if you want bushier plant to grow in a separate pot, or if you have your pot and you want to make it bushier, then you can propagate these ones. It's very easy. What you need to do is just cut from the center like this. Here is one leaf. Between two leaves in the center, you just cut it like this with sharp scissors. You're getting it here. And now I have another one right here. And now I can have one more right here because I had one more leaf. Now another leaf is coming, but I don't have a nod here, right? These are called nods. You know, where the leaf is coming and is kind of a joint. These are nods. So you have to have those nods. Sometimes what people think, okay, you can propagate with the leaf, and they will just cut one leaf and try to propagate that in the water. But actually that doesn't happen. You cannot propagate with this one. Some people might say that you can, but I don't think you can. So do not try to propagate with just one leaf cutting. With the leaf, you have to have the nod, this joint, right? Your stem is coming from here. Stem is kind of a joint from where this leaf is coming, right? So you have to have this one. And you can see these little roots right here. This one, little small ones. These are actually basically air roots. They suck the water from the environment for the plant. But these ones, these climbing variety, all climbing variety plants, like whichever has these little roots, like pothos and these ones, they help the plant to climb up on anything. So when you're planting them in your pot, you need to provide some sort of support, kind of moss pole or anything you want, or in any way you want them to climb up, any shape you want to make of your pot, you can just put that thing and they will be climbing on that one. So these roots would be supporting the plant on those moss pole or whatever you have put. So that's what they would be doing. But once you put them in the water, they will be becoming the roots also for you. You will get more roots here, but these ones would be the first one to show like, oh, we are getting the roots here. So you have to have this one. That's why I'm not cutting this top one, although I can see there's a leaf here, but I cannot cut because there's no knot, because this is the last knot I have got here, right here, and there's a leaf here. So what we have to do now, we just have to put these ones in the water to propagate. Now, if you want to propagate them directly in the soil, you can do that too. In that case, you just have to take one of the cutting like this, right? And then you have to put that in the, dip that in the rooting hormone. This is the rooting hormone. I just keep this in the outside a little bit so I don't make the whole container wet. So you just have to put the rooting hormone at the bottom like this, and on the roots wherever you have the knots, right? I'm going to put this on the knots like this, right? You can just dip it, or you can just put like this, because I don't want to make everything wet. That's why I'm doing this whole exercise here. So you just do this and put it here, right? Now you have to make little hole in this, because if you're going to press it like this, so the water, this powder will get wiped out and you will not have any rooting hormone on those. So you just have to make little room and push your cutting inside like this, right? And just secure it a little bit lightly. Secure lightly like this, right? And just water it. Water lightly. Now you have to keep it moist because roots need to form there. So that's what you do. You just plant in the dirt right away. Or you need to do in the water, right? So you have to take your leaves right here, whatever the cuttings you have, and take these cuttings like this. Sometimes it's hard to see what size is up, what is down in philodendron, because what they do, they curve, they go down and then come up like this one, right? It's hard to see which one is the bottom part, which one is the hard part, or which one is the upper part. But that's fine because the roots would be coming from here, right? So whichever part goes, you make sure that this part, these knots are in the water. So you just, if you find it easy like this, you put, leaves should be up, actually they should not be on the water, right? So avoid having leaves in the water like this. So you can put either like this here, or you can take all of them together, tie them like this, all tie together, or put the rubber band here, or tie them together just like this and put in the water. Working with gloves is a little bit harder when you do this kind of job. So that's what is happening here. Okay, so then you can just put them in the water and make sure those knots we are talking about, they are in the water. You need to change the water, keep changing water every 2 to 3 days, because what happens if you don't change, you start getting a little film on the water. Over the water you see a little bit film forming. That's it basically because oxygen is running out and that you have vegetation in this, so the algae will grow, green growth will grow, and your leaves, your roots and your stem, whatever is there, will rot. So you need to keep changing the water. And once you have roots formed, these ones will be, and then you can just put in the soil, and this time you don't have to put the rooting hormones, because rooting hormones work for the roots, but we already have the roots. You don't need to do it here. So you just plant them, and you just have the philodendron Brazil growing in your big pot, like just like bushy. Now the propagating in the water has a little bit benefit, because, and it should be taking the clear glass. So when you put the roots, put your cutting in this, you can see the roots growing. So you have the updates right here, that how much root you have got and when you have to propagate, when you have to plant them. But in this one, you don't see anything, just rely on this. You know, when it starts growing, this will eventually will start going. This is a little bit slower process, this is faster. So whichever way you choose, you have to clean, change the water all the time. So that is a little bit work. In this one, you don't need to change the water, you just have to water and keep it moist. So whichever way you choose, you can do, and then that's how you will just propagate your philodendron Brazil. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you like the information. Thank you very much. I'll see you some other time. Thank you. Bye-bye.